EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
He was taken down.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
On the play. It's 3rd and 10.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Hurts to throw. He is going to find Hill here. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Man gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Man, eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The open man is Smith. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He was brought down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Second and 5. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
To throw on 3rd down. Man. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run with McCaffrey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Joey Sly lining up for the point.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
56.
From the gun, man. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third down. Man, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Off play action. Man, escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down, New York.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This is McCaffrey on the give. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Man. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Here's the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Man, eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun. Man. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
A 39-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Gano set to kick off.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hill. An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
At the 30-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10. Man, wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To number 17. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Christian McCaffrey.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, man. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Steps away. And Ingram holds it in. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Hurts going to keep this himself. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. His agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass. Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore. He was covered by Steven Nelson.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. And the Panthers in for the score. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Man, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Man, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Man, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Joey Sly lining up for
this offense. They were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll start with the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Man, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
First down, Giants.
Check. Watch 54.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
At their own 4-yard
That
line.
is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Watch the run.
Now it's Barkley. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley, 98 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
For Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 9-yard line.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. It's coming this way. Coming in. Look at 19. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Man, they'll roll him out right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun. Man, throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48.
4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Falls, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Again, it's Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On the option, it'll be Hurts. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
A first down carry for Barkley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. And this will be a 45-yard attempt.
45-yard attempt. Tonight's final score, Panthers.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.